Hello everyone, welcome back to Oghupower. I'm Oghu, and this is another episode of Lost Judgment. So, now let's talk to all the members. Hey, excuse me, I'm a detective. Name's Yagami. Can I ask you a few questions? Oh, Yagami-san. Okazaki-san told me about you. I'm Takashi Hojo. In the world of Katsuto Yumonji, I do the science and military research, plus security for the office. I'm Ayami Sato. I research Western mythology and civilization. You might say I'm the fantasy buff, too. You're here to look into any spy activity, aren't you, Yagami-san? We've been taking measures against spies ourselves. Yeah? What kind of measures? We set up a hidden camera to catch anyone who tries to sneak in. We actually already had a security camera, but we thought one wasn't enough. After all, we were still getting our information stolen, and with locked doors, too. At this point, we figured we just gotta outsmart the perpetrator. So there was nothing in the security footage? Nope. And no evidence of a break-in either. yeah, I don't have that many different voices. And still, information was getting stolen. It still is, so flippin' weird. Have you taken anti-hacking measures? Of course. With so many leaks, we started keeping our routing computers offline. Well, that sounds like a good move. Any chance of a leak coming from memory devices which get taken outside? I doubt it. We strictly prohibit anyone from removing devices like USB memory sticks. I remind people of that all the time too. I haven't gone so far as to search their bags though. I don't feel the need to do that. At the end of the day, we're just our members. No chance of information being leaked and low chance of any burglaries. Still possible. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. But wait, what? They won't notice? Who said that? Excuse me? Hello? This is going to be a masterpiece. I'm a genius. Once Makanaki gets into the zone, he can't hear anything. Talking to him right now won't do you any good. Yeah? He's so skilled at fleshing out characters. He just really breathes life into them. This guy's gonna be awesome, and he'll provide a fall to the protagonist's weakness to boot. Nice. Who knew the hero had this side to his character? It's like finding gold in the river. He does look absolutely full of life while he works. Honestly, he's a character himself. Character. But to be unable to hear anything, that's another level of focus. I don't know why this voice was suddenly in my mind. Can I ask the rest of you some questions? Oh, Mr. Detective on the prowl. I'm Mikoro Michiyama, by the way, author of many a cell phone novel. Cell phone novel? You know, books that engineer with me on the phone? Oh, interesting. I'm Takayuki Yagami. Nice to meet you. I'm Takara Ayuhara. I may not look it, but I used to be a screenwriter for The Duns. The Dunes. I have never ever heard of this. Give me a sec, guys. What is a Dunes? An idiot. A certain form of an idiot. Well, I feel like a Dunes now.
Mission complete.
Sorry. The period drama. Yeah, I wrote episodes 5 through 7. You remember the priest joke Nobunaga tells? Well, Ayahara-san, maybe let's save the two of your career minutiae for later. I'm Makoto Nishimura, and since we're sharing, I was mostly a light novel author, so you're here to ask us something.
Hi.
I am. I want to know if any of you have seen anything suspicious. Anything suspicious? Nah, I can't think of any. Me neither. Well, actually, there is one thing I noticed. I think Mikuru-chan changed her shampoo recently. What?
Huh?
Yeah. Could it be you found some to one special Mikuru-chan. Hmm? Ayuhara-san, please. Enough of this near sexual harassment. By the way, is this a meeting space for you all? Yes, it's a nice place to get refreshed, especially because talking to young women can be so exhausting. Creep? I mean, he's still on the line of being just a strange guy with a very specific humor, or just a pervert. I wish you wouldn't talk about this space like it's some cabaret club. We happen to use the space for actual purposes, like idea meetings. And yes, even some random chit-chat at times. That's so true. We do lots of amazing brainstorming here.
なるほど。
Okay, so we all bounce ideas off each other in here. Oh yeah, Kazuto Jumanji wouldn't exist without those brainstorming sessions. We share our ideas, we play out each other's strengths, and we polish everything up for each other. In fact, we were doing that right before you started asking your questions. At a table that's beside a window. I'll go right to
Toころ
the
で
By any chance, do these brainstorming sessions take place at the same time every day? Yeah, why not? Why do you ask? If details of your work are being discussed, those sessions are a chance for someone to eavesdrop. And it would be even easier if you guys meet at the same time daily. You've hit on something there. What a deduction. On that I deduced myself. I've always thought this place is bugged. But it can't be. Don't you remember? They never found any evidence of that. Yeah, since 3 detectives already came and didn't find anything, it probably wasn't a bug. Guess it wasn't. During random idea meetings, surely a plagiarist would see them as an opportunity. Yes. What? Yeah, not a gunshot, but something like it. The damn neighborhood pranksters. Pranksters? Yeah. Just a bunch of local kids lighting up firecrackers and making trouble. Probably playing cops and yakuza. Huh? You guys remember the last time we heard firecrackers? It was when another detective was here. Detective also thought it was a gunshot. Not surprising it sounds like that when people think of gang warfare. Even with the Tojo clan gone, this is still Kamurocha. Firecrackers? Last heard when a previous detective was here? That's interesting. Yes, it is. What are you doing at your phone there? Looks like she's on the phone. Sorry, guys. So, wrote. Oh, oopsie. Wrong button there. Yeah, that's one of the videos I've made, but this one is without sound yet. So, I see. Can't make it, huh? Alright, well, get some rest. Bye. Well, mate, I let someone else make it, but for that one I don't have a clue what sound I will put on it. Oh, hello.
八神です。
Yagami is the name. I'm a detective. I'm Reimi Makita. I'm in charge of the love stories, mostly. Sorry you heard that. Bit embarrassing for
Yeah.
me. No, I apologize. I didn't mean to eavesdrop. I was talking to Masimichi Ichino's... Who has an itchy nose? One of the other members of Kazuto Jumanji, sorry. Well, a bit sorry. He's not coming to work today? No, he's kind of fickle. Has a habit of feeling down, so he's absent pretty often. He likes to come in out of the blue and surprise us, only to take off for another 2 months.
それって。
Does he have an actual illness? Perhaps. The kind of illness that makes you play games in your room all day.
なるほど。
I see. That sounds difficult to deal with. Sure is. But he's got the talent. He comes up with ideas nobody else could. Fresh worldviews, mind-blowing plot devices. He's good at unpredictable twists, too. If only he weren't so unstable. Sometimes he can be in a slump for half the year. Maybe that's just how geniuses are. I don't know. I wish we could have a stable genius. Anyway, I'm sort of his caretaker for some reason. But I can't criticize him. If I were to ever chide him, even a little, he'd go into a slump. What a handful. I can see you're having a hard time. I think that's all of them. Now, let me step back and figure out exactly what I know now. Changes simply then load that any wiretaps, hacks, or accidental leaks took place. So that leaves... How are things going, Yagami-san? Did you find anything?
いえ、
No, nothing decisive yet. There's only one way I can think of for the book ideas to leak. And I suspect it's not because of an outsider. But should I tell Okazaki-san? It'd be careless of me to make claims without
と
any
ころ
evidence.
で、
Okazaki-san, are you sure there's only one member absent today? I see only 8 people here. Oh, really? Who's missing? I think Sanada-kun went up to the roof. Yeah, it's him. Alright. Cause I don't see him. Okay, so he went up to the roof. That's fine. I'll talk to him later. This... Ah, talk to him on the rooftop. Okay. I was like, this is strange. Ah, smoking. Yagami-san, right?
はい、
Yes, I'm going around asking everyone's questions. Can I count on your cooperation too, Sanada-san? Questions? Of course, I'm happy to cooperate. My name is Kenichi Sanada. I'm in charge of structuring in Kasuto Yumonji.
ん
What do you mean by structuring? It's like drawing a blueprint of the story. I make adjustments to the ups and downs of the drama and set up the foreshadowing.
うーん
I kind of understand, but not really. Okay, for example, changing the order of episodes or making characters' backstory stronger. Little tweaks like that can make a big difference in how fun and readable a story is. So my role is to keep a bird's eye view on the whole story to analyze where we can make these improvements.
なるほど。
Okay, I'm starting to get the idea.
ところで、
So Sanada-san, have you noticed anything suspicious around the office lately? Suspicious? Actually, yes.
え
Really? Can you tell me about it? What's going on? Why is he hesitating? I should press him a bit.
あの、
Sanada-san, could you tell me what you saw that was suspicious? I'm not eager to share. It's not exactly something I want another person to know.
お願いします。
A detective is bound to confidentiality. Sorry. I won't share anything you tell me with anyone. Fair enough. I'll tell you. I'm going to be totally straight with you, Agami-san. I'm not straight. I suspect one of the 10 writers is a spy.
え
Okay? I believe someone on the inside is selling our ideas to someone on the outside. Can't say I wasn't thinking about that possibility. But...
あの、
Sanada-san, is there a reason or any evidence that leads you to believe that? I have no evidence, but I do have a concrete basis for my belief. The truth is, a few members of Kasuto Yumonji are thinking about going independent.
それって、
You mean start over a single outforce again? Yes, they must have finally regained their confidence because of all the hits we've had as Kasuto Yumonji. Now they think they can go out on their own and write books that will actually sell.
だが、
So why don't they just do it instead of selling it just to an outsider? What's the point of that? Well, we're in a situation where... should I explain first? The members of Kasuto Yumonji have signed a contract that prohibits them from going independent for at least 5 years. Okay. A 5-year contract? That's pretty long. Well, the whole intent of the contract was that each of us would focus all our energy on Kasuto Yumonji. I can see that. In exchange for accepting these restrictions, we'd all receive regular royalties. You don't have to try things with a single author, where you're at the risk of enduring long, moneyless periods in the publishing schedule, as well as your own
う
slumps.
ーん
I see. So that's another benefit of working in a group with other authors. Yes, a huge benefit. One which would disappear after they're independent from Kasuto Yumonji. Remember we envisioned all the work by Kasuto Yumonji to remain the property of Kasuto Yumonji, the corporate entity.
なるほど。
So that makes it hard to strike out on your own. Yeah. Yes. But if Kasuto Yumonji were to break up completely, that would be a different story. Oh. The contract stipulates that if such a thing were to happen, each offer would continue to receive an equal share of the royalties. So here's what I now believe. One of the offers, wanting to be independent, is selling info to someone on the outside, just to make us suspicious of each other. The offer is trying to bring about the breakup of Kazuto Yumonji. That makes sense. And this is why you think the suspect has to be someone on the inside. I do. I'm not totally convinced. Yeah, not totally, but it does make a lot of sense. But so who are the members who want to become independent? Well, technically I guess all of them. I'm sorry, even after all I've just told you, I can't bring myself to sell out my co-workers. I understand. Yagami-san, I like the work we do as Kazuto Yumonji, and I don't think I could make it on my own. A breakup is something I desperately want to prevent, so I hope you can use your investigation to shine a light on the truth. I get it, you can leave the rest to me. Thank you. Interesting. Any help coming from you, Playful? The issues are pretty complex for this little group of authors known as Kazuto Yumonji. This side story takes a lot longer than I thought it would, yeah? Are you done talking to Sanada-kun?
Hi.
Yes. We finished up just now. You know, Yagami-san, there was one thing I neglected to tell you. It might turn out to be nothing, but... tell me, something trivial could turn out to be a clue in the investigation. Well, it's about an odor.
Hmm?
An odor is a smell, right? Yeah, the authors have been complaining about a strange smell lately. It wafts in from nowhere and then disappears before we can track it.
それって
What sort of smell is it? I would say oily. Smells like oil. Almost like if you left out some meat for a while. That kind of oily, rancid smell. But it never comes during meals and there's never trash or anything on the floor, so we just don't know where it could be coming from. Outside? Yeah, pretty puzzling. Sorry, this probably has nothing to do with your investigation.
Yeah.
No, all hints are valuable. I'll start paying attention to any smells in the air. Hope there's more good ones than bad. Mysterious odor. What could it be? That's a good question. No. Next. Please feel free to look around the office. I already told the others to keep out of your way. Okay, alright, it's time for a good look around. Yeah. The most interesting location is the meeting space where they exchange their ideas. Yes, definitely. They say no bugs or wiretaps were found there, but maybe they missed something. That unidentified odor. I hope I can actually find out where it's coming from. Yes, I do think... I don't know, just who to call. The Sniff Buster. Nah, the Myth Buster. Not as in M-Y-T-H, but M-I-F-F Buster.
よし行こ
Yo.
うよしよし
Good boy. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
お前の鼻が頼り
Yeah,
だ
who's a good boy? You are a good boy.
でかしたぞん
Huh? Cigarette butts bothering you? I'm looking at this office. It's rare these days. Yeah, some of the authors say they can't come up with ideas unless they smoke. Something I heard quite often, to be honest. I quit stopped it, and well, I'm aware most of us spend smoking, but it's also we're pretty lax about it. Of course, the non-smokers aren't crazy about it.
なるほど
I get it. Is that also why you have the window open in December? Yes, the ventilation system never lets enough fresh air inside. Mikuru-chan, the young lady, opens the window at the start of every meeting. And then the other smoke will also
それって
when your voices leak outside. Isn't there risk of someone overhearing? Yes, exactly. I doubt it. I mean, we're on the 3rd floor. Besides, we're not that loud, and the next building over is some distance away. Yeah, but... Oh, yeah, he doesn't worry about that. Okay, I think I'll look around the windows anyway.
お前の鼻が頼りだ よーしよし。偉いぞ。
Arf, arf. What is it, boy? Something nearby? Doko doko. Okay. Let me see what's going on.
これは。
What is this?
ん
What are these stains? Good boy, Rampo, good boy. You're trying to show me these stains, huh? I wonder what they are, yeah? Doesn't look like bird poop. Well, yeah. More stains above the window, too. Ah, that's something else. What's this? Looks like animal fur. Fur? Did they train like a dingo or something? Or a dog to go there? What were you thinking? You're not supposed to take data home. But we were closing in on the deadline. Come on, just this once? No way. I've told you so many times. You know our ideas are being leaked, don't you? Of course I know. You're not showing data to anyone, are you? What do you mean? You were saying the other day how you can make it on your own now. What? I don't want to believe it, but come on, you two. Stop arguing. Yeah, that's bad. Yagami-san. Looks like your fears have come true, Sanada-san. The others have all gotten suspicious of each other. I haven't been able to trust myself. Maybe the perpetrator really is among us. In any case, there's no more time to waste. I'll have to speed up my investigation. There are two strange pieces of evidence I found. The animal fur and the smelly stains. The smell is really strong too. Maybe I should get Rampo to sniff out its source.
お前の鼻が頼りだ。
Yes. Come Rampo. Oh, okay. Woof woof. Does he want to go outside the room? I guess upstairs. Yeah, only one way to find out. That's for sure.
任せたぞ。
That's the way, yeah.
こっちだな。
It's really a lot longer than I thought it would be.
頼むぞ。こっちだな。頼むぞ。任せたぞ。よーしよし。偉いぞ。
Cat food can? Someone is training the cats. Must what caused the stains at the office, yeah? I think the smell. Sanada-kun, do you suspect your own teammates as well? I think there's a possibility. Or rather, it's the only possibility left after the process of elimination. Are you saying? We shouldn't keep turning a blind eye, Okazaki-san. We should confront the facts and expose the perpetrator, before Kazuto Yumonji implodes from within. Sanada-kun, are you saying... Oh, Yagami-san. Sanada-san, I think you can hold off on your big confrontation until you hear the result of my investigation. Huh? Did you find something? Yes. I think I figured out the suspect's unique strategy. Really? The two stains in the office, the animal fur, and the can of cat food. The window that always opens during the idea meetings, and then there's the reason detectives couldn't find any wiretaps or hacks. If I combine all of these things, I've got enough evidence to expose the truth. I'm going to deduce the suspect's identity and how they did it, based on the evidence. Firstly, the method by which the suspect was stealing information was... a listening device. Well, technically it could also be looking in. Or spies. Probably the suspect listened in. I understand your brainstorming sessions take place at the same time every evening. So if someone were to use a listening device precisely at the time, he could steal your ideas for his next novel. Wait, hold on, there weren't any bugs. and with like a spy. Technically, the cat is a spy, although it's doing it by wanting it. Also listening in because he is listening in. But he's using that device. My brain is working a bit complicated sometimes. That's right, Yagami-san. Remember, 3 detectives came and couldn't find one bug. I don't blame them for not being able to find it. Because the bug only showed up when it was needed. It showed up. A listening device?
Aye.
Yes. From hell. Nah, just a joke. The suspect thought up an ingenious way to bring it in here. You see, the key to solving this mystery was the marks left at the office. Marks? Those marks tell us how the suspect was calling his bug. Used to draw the listening dice. The cat food. Okay. There were strange stains outside the office window, and they smelled like greasy meat. Outside the window? I wouldn't know what those were. Luckily, I found the source of the smell in a corner of the rooftop. Cat food? Yes. In all likelihood, the suspect dropped cat food from the scan onto the protrusion right outside the window. It was the process which stained the outside wall. So, you're saying this can of cat food is what called the bug?
Aye.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm saying. I also found evidence which reveals the suspect's identity. I mean, yeah, whatever brought the listening device over there, not the person who was it. Huh? Is that fur? A tuft of animal fur. It was found near the stains on the wall. This fur was most likely from a cat. A cat? Are you saying a cat was spying on us?
Aye.
Yes, or more precisely, a cat wearing a wire. Are you serious? And that's how they were listening in on our idea meetings? Yes, I know it's hard to believe. Come meeting time, our suspect would carry the cat up to the roof and drop cat food right outside the window. Then he would release the cat and direct it to head towards the food. Wait, hold on. Do you really think a creature as apathetic as a cat could be baited like that? Yes, make it hungry enough. Maybe the owner kept the cat hungry beforehand, so it would leap at the sight of food. What did I say? Ah, yes. That might do the trick. Cats are snooty, but not so snooty they can ignore real hunger. Your meeting space is near the window, which is close to where the bait was placed. Moreover, you've been keeping the window open to let the cigarette smoke out. With the bug cat sitting right outside, your conversations were leaking like a broken faucet. I can hardly picture this. There's still something I'm not convinced about, Yagami-san. Our meetings can get pretty long. If the cat were well trained, wouldn't it just get up and walk away after it's eaten its food? I wondered about that too. Yes, so. My best guess would be sleep medication. In the queue.
Aye.
Oh, the owner might have spiked the food with sleep aids. I've heard you can ask a vet for a prescription. Do you think the perpetrator would go that far? Yes, sure. You think he could have just hung a listening device from a string or something. But think about it. A device on a string will eventually be seen. But if someone just sees a sleeping cat, who would care? You have a point. Nobody would even think to shoo a sleeping kitty. Especially up there. It's a weird trick. But it's simply a new and highly effective way of hiding in plain sight. Exactly. Now having said that, if a detective were to come and investigate, the suspect would still want to keep the bug from being found. Ah, and if the cat were just outside the window, it would set off the detective's bug detector. Right, and yet the bug detector was never set off by anything, let alone a cat. That's what the shot was for. You had to grab them immediately after an idea meeting once. How could it never have been found? Our suspect probably had a way to chase the cat away if needed. And I believe it did that even today, the time that I've been here. What? The measure taken by the suspect to chase away the cat? What's that? While I was interviewing everyone here, I heard firecrackers go off outside. I understand they went off and surprised the other detectives who came here before me. That's true, now that you mention it. Whenever the detective showed up, the suspect set off the firecrackers to wake up the sleeping cat. Ah, if the cat can be put in a shallow sleep by adjusting the medicine dosage, it would certainly awaken and hide from the noise. That's true. I used to examine the pills myself, but I was startled awake by an earthquake alert. Now then, all this leads me to the following conclusion. Yep. Someone on the outside, definitely. Someone from the inside doesn't need to do all this. There's of course someone on the outside. Because anybody on the inside would be able to obtain information without the need of a bug. I mean, it could still be an inside job and masked like this, but it would be... That's a lot of resources you put into something like this. Would it make sense? Are we in agreement, Sanada-kun? We are. The suspect had to meet this building as he spied on you. He had to be able to chase the cat away with a firecracker. Okazaki-san, your idea meeting is scheduled to start now, isn't it? The suspect might be nearby, checking in on what we're doing. We're planning to listen in on the idea meeting. A man? Oh, shit. We got you. Meow? Kind of a scaredy kick, ain't ya? Okay. I think I will end this in the next one. So if you're watching this on Twitch, please stay a bit longer. If you're watching this on YouTube, then thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode of Oghupower. Bye bye.